Hello students, welcome to Abhyaas IT Prep. Today we are going to discuss about JEE Mains 2026 paper analysis of chemistry shift 2. So this question was given from atomic structure and hydrogen spectrum of spectral line series. You know the hydrogen spectrum of series, right? So consider the following spectral lines for atomic hydrogen. They have given that series of Barman, Paschen and bracket, right? So they're asking that ascending order. So apply Rydberg formula, you will get your answer. Apply Rydberg formula, you will get your answer. Okay, and the question is not that much lengthy. The question itself, it is moderate. And this question was raised from organic chemistry, which is isomerism, stereoisomerism classification. Here itself, you need to know that the structures. See here, we are having that cis-butene and trans-butene, means cis-butene and trans-butene, right? So this is your B option. And butanol, means see, we are having butanol and diethyl ether, right? So CH3, CH2, O, ether means we know that the ester form is, right, CH2, CH3, right? And coming to but1 and but2 in, but1 and but2 in. You know that. See here itself, these are what, Nana? Stereoisomerisms, means here stereo. And butanols are functional isomerism, means C need to be 4. See the option C here, we are having here. You can eliminate here itself, right? And butene 1 and 2 are which option, Nana? Here D will be 3, means which is your chain isomerisms, right? And coming to this, methyl propene and butene 1 is what, Nana? Position. And cis are here stereo isomerisms. Therefore A2, B1, C4 and D3. So option will be D, right? And not that much lengthy, it is a moderate question. Coming to this, organic compounds containing haloalkanes and haloarenes, they have asking that multiple step reactions here, which is electrophilic, aromatic substitution, diazotization and Sandmeyer reaction. They have given that simple nitrobenzene upon bromination, upon reduction, upon again bromination and diazotization Sandmeyer reaction. See here, nitrobenzene, right? So NO2 upon what, Nana? Bromination, you are getting your bromine, which is NO2 bromine, right? And upon again what we are doing here, bromination, reduction, SnHCl. So nitro is converting into amine, right? So NH2, right? And here as it is bromine. And upon again bromination means Br2, you are getting here 2,4,6 bromine, right? NH2 bromine, right? And after that diazotization, which is what you are having. Diazotization means N2Cl minus, NH2 is converting into N2Cl minus, right? So bromination, bromine, bromine and bromine. And upon what we are doing here, copper bromide. We can also use copper chloride also. What you are getting? Sandmeyer reaction. See here, this NN2Cl will be converting into your which molecule? Bromine molecule. So bromine. So this is your product, right? This is Sandmeyer reaction. Instead of any copper, simple copper means it is Gattermann reaction. They are asking that what, Nana? The number of final product of P will be, means how many they are having? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your option will be C. Okay. So this is not moderate question, but it is multi-step reaction, somewhat lengthy. Moving on to next question, they have asking from some basic concepts in chemistry, which is stoichiometry. See, aqueous HCl reacts with MnO2 to form MnCl2 and getting what, Nana? Cl2 and H2O. They are asking that weight in the grams of chlorine, right? See, aqueous HCl with MnO2 means what is the reaction here? MnO2 plus HCl gives rise to MnCl2, right? Right, we are getting our reaction. Plus, we are liberating chlorine and H2O. Cl2 plus H2O. Therefore, See, we are having MnO, right? So what is the percentage here? They have given that 8.7 grams. So 87. What we are getting? 0.1 mole. So 0.1 mole of manganese is equals to 0.1 mole of chlorine. Therefore, weight of chlorine equal to how much, Nana? The molecular mass? 71. We are getting how much, Nana? 7.1. So this is your chlorine. Answer will be A. Right? Moving on to next question. Again, this question from basic concepts of chemistry, percentage calculation, practical chemistry, when you are doing. So they are asking that 1 gram of compound X gave 1.79 grams of magnesium pyrophosphate. So they are asking the phosphate in compound X nearest integer. They are asking percentage actually. So percentage of phosphorus is equals to what, Nana, here? N Mg2 P2O7 into 2 into 3 by, we don't know the weight, right? So weight of the compound into 100, right? So substitute here. They have given the value for here itself 1.79 grams. So 1.79 by gram molecular weight of this compound 222 into 2 into 3 by weight they have given that 1 gram. So 1 into 100, while doing you will get some value. So it is nearest to 2, option A, 50 grams. So this is the question, not that much lengthy, moderate question. And moving on to this question, Hess law bond enthalpy. Bond enthalpy of formation, chemical thermodynamics chapter. So we are getting this question. See here, they are asking that they have given the data, but they are asking bond enthalpy of CH bond. So therefore minus X is equals to what, Nana? Bond enthalpy of dissociation energy upon sublimation plus carbon, so 2H2 gas, we are getting CH4 gas, right? So sublimation upon what we are getting here, bond dissociation energy of hydrogen compounds, means 2 bond dissociation energy of hydrogen compounds minus carbon, how many bonds it can form? 4, right? So 4 into bond dissociation energy of carbon and hydrogen, right? Therefore minus X is equals to sublimation of enthalpy, they have given that here Y, plus bond dissociation energy of hydrogen atoms, they have given that Z. So 2Z minus, and bond enthalpy of CH bond, they have given that 4, means bond enthalpy of CH. Therefore bond enthalpy of CH, you know that, therefore minus X is equals to Y plus 2Z by 4 we are getting. Means what is the option here? What is the option here? A, right? So this is some tricky question, moderate one. Moving on to next question, we are having the named reactions, which is we are having containing oxygen compounds, named reactions. We know well known that Itard reaction, Roseman reaction, Gutterman-Koch and Stephen reaction. You know that Itard reaction need to have what, Nana? CrOCl2, which is carbon. We need to use this reagent. Where you have seen this reagent here? So CrO to Cl2, right? And Rosenman reduction means Sn or barium sulfate or H2B, right? And coming to Stephen's reduction, SnCl2 will be for Stephen reaction. A will be 2, right? We are having 2 options, it is eliminated. And B will be Stephen's reduction, which is B4. So option will be D. Because C will be what, Nana? Itard reaction. Here you have. So option will be D. So not that much lengthy question, moderate one. Moving to chemical kinetics first order reaction, they are giving the decomposition of A first order reaction at temperature in kelvins. They have given the reaction here in a closed vessel, 1 liter closed vessel. After 100 minutes, the pressure was 1.5 bar, right? They are asking in minutes, rate constant. Coming to reaction, A gives rise to B and C. So at temperature T is equals to 0. Right? At temperature T is equals to 0, my pressure will be 1 and B, C will be 0. At temperature 100, what, Nana, we are having? 1 minus P and this is P and this is P. According to Dalton's law, what we know partial pressure? Therefore, total partial pressure will be 1 minus P plus P plus P. Upon doing solution, you'll get some answer, right? Which is equals to 0 point like that. And after rate constant means what, Nana? K is equals to 2.303 by what we are getting here? T log initial by final volume. Upon doing, you'll get some reaction. Upon calculation, that will be your answer. So, not that tricky question, moderate one. And moving on to next question, we are having from organic chapter SN1 reactive of benzyl halides, which is alkyl halides or benzyl halides. We are getting that. What they are asking here, reaction means here you need to know that SN1 is directly proportional to what, Nana, here? Stability of carbocation, right? The concept will be here using stability of carbocation. So, see here, we are having alcohol at para position, which is plus M effect. Here also nitrogen plus M. This is minus M and this is minus I. So, they are asking this order. Use the formula and convert into this. You'll find out the answer. So, coming into this question, classification of elements and periodicity, the trends they are asking atomic radius and electron gain enthalpy. What happening here? The correct order of in terms of ionic radius, aluminium, magnesium and this. So, this option will be wrong here itself. And the correct order of in terms of magnetic electron gain enthalpy, chlorine will be more. Yes, it will be correct option. Why? Because here it is depending upon nuclear charge effect and what, Nana? Electron affinity. As entire the periodic table from left to right moving down, what happening? Electron affinity decreases. As moving across the period, electron affinity will be increases. Therefore, statement 1 will be false and statement 2 will be true. So, option B, right? And coming to next question, biomolecules. This question was raised from biomolecules, which is proteins and enzymes. So, complete NCERT based question directly. So, activation energy for enzymes catalyzed hydrolysis of sucrose is lower than that of acid catalyzed hydrolysis. Yes, obviously. So, this is correct statement. And during denaturation of proteins, we know that secondary and tertiary will be destroyed, but primary will be intact, remains intact. You know that. Nucleotides are joined together by glycosidic linkage. Not at all. It is phosphodiester. Phosphodiester linkage. So, it's not the correct statement. It is wrong. And quaternary structure of proteins represents overall folding the polypeptide chain. Not quaternary, Nana, tertiary. So, correct statements will be A and B. Not that much lengthy question. It is moderate question from direct based NCERT question. Okay. And moving on to next question, the correct order rate of the reaction for the following reaction with respect to nucleophile means nucleophilicity order. Okay. So, coming to this case, see we are having percolate. If conjugated base HCl4 minus, right? When you are doing conjugated base, what you are getting? H plus ClO4 minus, right? So, this is happening in conjugated base. So, what happening here? Nucleophile is directly proportional to what, Nana? Less stable of conjugated base. Coming to here, first will be alcohol, then phenoxide or ion and acetate, then percolate. So, option will be D. Not that much lengthy, moderate one. So, moving on to next question. This question is from CFC at spin magnetic moment. See here, the crystal field stabilization energy for chromium magnets is having greater than this. Yeah, statement will be correct. And potassium ferricyanide has greater spin magnetic moment than sodium ferricyanide. Yes. Why? Because K3FeCN6, we are having that N plus 2, we are getting here 1 plus 2, you'll get approximately 3. Right? So, coming to sodium, we are having FeCN6. So, how much we are having here? Completely 0. So, the second statement will be also correct. So, both two statements will be correct. Moving on to next question. Here they are asking from chemical bond and bond length comparison, directly NCERT based question. This is coming to the triple bond, double bond. We are having some values data provided in NCERT. Apply this, you will get your answer. So, not that much lengthy, very easy question. And moving on to organic chemistry, optical isomerisms, chirality. They are asking what, Nana? Chirality. So, N-propyl chloride, N-propyl chloride, isopropyl chloride, and butyl chloride. We are having at secondary butyl chloride, neopentyl chloride, neopentochloride. Coming to here, chirality. Among all this, we are having only chirality for secondary butyl chloride option, right? Upon, you can see here the formula C4H9Cl. So percentages of carbon we are having 4 into 12 by 92.5. Upon doing calculation, you'll get some value. That will be your answer. Okay, not that much lengthy, moderated one. They are asking from D and F block oxidation states. See here, Mn and Mn2O7. They are asking the correct statements here itself. MnO forms the oxide Mn2O7, which is in its highest oxidation state, yes. And oxidation stabilizes the manganese in higher oxidation state by forming multiple bonds with manganese. Oxidation is going to form with higher oxidation state, bind with fluorine and oxygen. It is a correct statement. And Mn2O7 is an ionic oxide, not at all. And the structure of Mn2O7 consists one bridged bond. We need to know the structure. Mn, O, Mn, and double bond O. We are having O7s, right? We need to balance. O. So we are having how many they are asking? Only one. So this option will be correct. So answer will be A, C, A, B, D. So option is B. Not that much lengthy, moderated one. And moving on to electrochemistry, next question. Here Daniel cell is in closed circuit. When you are having Daniel cell in galvanic cell, closed circuit means what, Nana? When you are changing potential means here cell potential changes according to neither concentration or what, Nana? Temperature. So it remains constant. So answer will be B. Very easy question. And this question from hybridization. So statement compound X shown below, this is the compound X. So dissolves in sodium bicarbonate, yes, and has 2 chiral carbons. Here you are having, here you are having. Yes, option will be right. Statement 1. Compound Y show below 2 carbons with sp3 hybridization. This is sp3, this is sp3, yes, and with 1 sp2. sp hybridization for carbon. So both 2 statements will be correct. So statement 1 and 2 will be true. Not that much lengthy, moderated one. And moving on to next question, we are having from periodicity the correct order in terms of bond dissociation, chlorine, bromine from iodine. So what happening is here fluorine will be drastically decreases. Why? Because due to what, Nana? Small size, and bond dissociation energy will be decreases drastically. So option will be right. And statement, the correct trend of covalent character of metal halide says. See here we are having tin chloride, yes, correct. This one also correct. But coming to this case, 4 and 6, not this. This option is going to be correct. So statement 1 will be true and statement 2 will be false. So option will be A. Not that much lengthy, some tricky. On heating a mixture of common salt NaCl plus potassium dichromate Cr2O7 upon what, Nana? Concentrated H2SO4, you are getting what? Some gas is evolved in the formula. They are asking that gas. What is that? CrO2 Cl2 plus what we are getting again? NaHCO4, right? NaHSO4. So what is this? It is a chromyl chloride test, right? So it will be in red, reddish color. So they are asking that oxidation state of this central atom. We have already drawn the structure. So plus 6 will be. So answer will be CrO2 Cl2. Option will be B. Okay. And next question, upon diprotic acid equilibrium, they are asking that H2X. See, H2X is dissociated as H minus plus, how it is dissociated as HX minus, right? So when you are doing the given value here for this, 0.1 minus X, and this is X plus Y for X, right? Again for X, X minus Y. So they have given that dissociation constant of Ka1 value. Ka1 value. So what we are happening here? X plus Y, X minus Y by 0.1 minus X, your Ka value, which is this, right? So upon for again for Ka2, which is Hx minus H plus H minus and plus we are having what, Nana? X2 minus, right? So what happening here? They have given here for Hx. Hx means what? Here we are getting here itself X minus Y. and here you are getting x plus y, and here y. For Ka2, what you are getting here? Ka2 is equals to x plus y by y by x minus y. So upon doing this, you will get some value, right? So that will be is equal to how much here? Ka2 will be less than drastically Ka1. Means what happening here? Your x is super greater than y, right? So they have given the value 10 to the power of 13, right? Upon doing calculation, x into y by y, what you are getting, Nana? Sorry, x, then what you are getting? Y is equals to 10 to the power of how much here? 13. So upon doing 100 into 10 to the power of 15. So your answer will be 100 here. Sum of tricky question, moderated one. And coming to this question from colligative properties, osmotic pressure. Means, see here, they have given that osmotic pressure of in 12 atom bar at 300 kelvins and sodium chloride at isotonic with living cells at temperature. They have given that value, right? So here the formula implies pi is equals to I into CRT, right? So for I value they have given that 2. We know that 2. By doing this you will get, so pi 12 is equals to 2 into C we don't know, R we have know that 0.08 into T. Temperature they have given that 300 I guess. Yeah, 300. So upon doing calculation you will get some value, right? So calculate this, you will get approximate value 15 gram per liters. Okay, not that much lengthy, tricky question. And coming to this question, elevation in boiling point. So a substance X is they have given the grams is dissolved in 150 grams. So the elevation in boiling point they have given 0.5 K and relative lowering pressure they have given. So what is that? Nearest integer they are asking. Coming to this case, what happening here? Elevation boiling point is equals to what, Nana? We are having I into Kb into M. Right? They have given the value for boiling point which is 0.5 into, they have given the I value which is 5, Kb value I into M. Therefore, Im is equals to 0.5 by 5. How much we are getting here? 0.1. Right? Upon doing relative lowering pressure, therefore P naught minus Ps by, therefore P naught is equals to, how much, Nana, we are having here? Im into, what we are having here again, molecular weight of the compound means solvent into how we need to do here itself by 1000, right? Upon Im value is how much? 0.1 into molecular solvent they have given how much? They have given that here molecular solvent 1.5 300 and upon 1000 you will get calculation some nearest value. So means how much you are getting? By doing calculation you will get some value. So this is not that much lengthy but some tricky. Okay. And coordination compounds. Here they have given some compounds of cobalt, nickel and ferrous and vanadium and titanium. See the for cobalt, what is the configuration for cobalt, Nana? What is the configuration? 3D7, right? And coming to nickel we are having 3D8, right? So for vanadium we are having 3D3. For ferrous we are having 3D6, right? So coming to the electrons, see we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 7. So here itself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here 3, here 4. So 3 plus 4 is equals to, you are getting 7, right? So your answer will be 7. And moving on to next question, electrochemistry, they are asking that KSP relation. See, direct formula from NCERT, therefore E naught is equals to how much, Nana? 0.59 minus 0.59 by N into log, what is this? Q means, but they have given here KSP relation. So 1 by KSP. Upon applying this formula, you will get some solution. N value here itself 1. They have already given. So you are getting some nearest value which is 0.2 volts. You need to convert into millivolts. They have asking in millivolts into 100. So you are getting value 200 millivolts. right? So direct question, not that much lengthy, but overall the paper is what Nana, moderate, and most are asking from NCERT based questions. Organic is from NCERT and inorganic is from pure NCERT based questions. Some physical questions also raised, but those are from concept and formula based. So this is the 2026 JEE Mains paper of shift to analysis. Thanks for watching.